Instead of sitting down and saying, what have you done for me lately? The question is, have we kept our promises to you? As an organization, we have a brand, we recruited you, we're excited to have you here. Have we kept our promises to you? Secondly is, what do you think we do well? I want your opinion. Where do we really excel? What's our sweet spot, right? What could we do better? Give me your ideas. And we're going to talk about innovation in just a minute. Where do you want to be 2 or 3 years from now? Key question. What's your career path? Do we know? And what do you think your best contribution has been to the team? That's the positive note. Where do you really add value? Collaborative teams. So Google does this study and talks about being safe to speak up and challenge all the sacred cows, right? So Google does this study. 180 Google teams, took them 5 years. It was called Aristotle. And the interview, it was on NPR down on this. I remember I actually was listening to it live. And she said, what's the key to innovation at Google? Number 1, psychological safety. Psychological safety. And they went into all the data and all this kind of stuff. She said, could you just sum it up in a couple of words? He goes, yeah, be nice to each other. Be nice to each other. Let me get this straight. I think my mom told me that when I was 5 years old. Be nice. You know, Google comes by and the most innovative company on the planet, right? I love this from the Harvard School of Business. Psychological safety. You get out good ideas because you're not focused on self-protection. If I say this, will it make me look bad? Will they laugh? Will they ridicule? And when you're thinking that, you're not thinking about solving the problem or innovating your products. Does this all make sense? Are you the leader that's really quick to point out what's going wrong and slow to point out what's going right? Because if you're in business, there's a lot of good things happening every day. Are you taking note of that as well? I do important things right now. I don't wait till the end of the week, the end of the quarter, the end of the month. I do it right now, right? And we get this, right? That recognized behavior gets repeated. And the closer the recognition is to the behavior, the more likely it is to be repeated. If I do something great, and it's 6 months later, my boss comes and says, hey, I think it was like Halloween, because I remember you were all dressed up. That thing you did, you know what I'm saying? No impact, right? The reason that we were so successful wasn't the big things. It was the little things. It wasn't the written rules. It was the one unwritten rule we had. Every astronaut had to perform one random act of kindness for every other astronaut every day. He said the message was, you're on my team. I'm cheering for you. I got your back. I care about you. I love you. Is that a soft skill? It made all the difference. Well, little things you can do, right? Handwritten notes, little recognition boxes, remember special days. I like this one, a Rolex watch. Nothing says I love you like Rolex. And we've talked about, this aspirational conversations or, little thank you notes you can drop off. Do it now, do it often, be specific, be sincere, challenge everything. What's your ratio? And random acts of kindness. Don't try to do everything. Pick 2 or 3. And I know that it's kind of, you'll say, well, I'm just doing it to check the box. That's okay. We do it. That's the start. It's what I do. And the more you do it, it's what you become. And that's what culture is who we are. And never forget this. Do it at home.